Welcome back. Right now, we are going to focus on food and beverage shortages. You've likely seen some empty shelves at the grocery store or heard about concerns in the news, current events, and more. So, right now, we have Stephen Gill from Gills Onions joining us. He's president, owner, and farmer at Gills Onions in California. We're going to find out how this is impacting his perspective on this food and beverage shortage. Stephen, thanks for joining us today. How are you?
Very good. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
So tell me more about this food and beverage shortage that we're seeing nationwide.
Well, it all started with the COVID problem, and it's gradually, with industry shutdowns and manufacturing, we're short of parts, labor, fuel, packaging materials, a lot of inputs that we use to produce the onions in the facility we have here. Fortunately, we grow our own onions, so we have that supply in hand, and it's escalated costs extremely high, faster than we can keep up with them. And it's shipping, receiving containers with parts all over the world coming into LA are a big problem too.
And how else is this shortage and this problem impacting your farm, especially in your day-to-day operations?
In the day-to-day operations on the farm, it's causing all our costs to go up, fertilizer, fuel, labor. There's labor shortages in the field. So it's not allowing us to harvest and be on time as much as we'd like to be. So I think, and food manufacturers are having an extreme problem with that, to get food to the stores and get it on the shelves.
Are there any specific technologies that you've implemented at Gills Onions at your farm to help with these inefficiencies within the supply chain?
Yes, we have. We've instituted a lot of technologies. We're upgrading equipment to be more efficient, to get higher yields. We use one company called Red Zone to keep track of all our inputs, labor, maintenance, quality control, and it's allowed us to save a lot of people in the operation, to be more efficient. And I think every industry, other operations I talk to, are all implementing machinery technologies to be more efficient so we can get our products produced and out into the stores.
And what else do you recommend to businesses within your industry and beyond to help with these supply chain issues?
Well, we're kind of everybody's at the mercy of the next guy, and everybody has the same problem. Suppliers, have to wait for their suppliers, and I don't see the end in sight yet. Everybody's trying to catch up. We're trying to have strategic inventory of parts so that when we do break down, we do have them in stock. We do have machinery down in the plant that allows us, not allowing us to produce the products that we do. And so it does slow us down, causes us to go overtime, and every industry that I know of is having the same issues.
And Stephen, tell me more specifically about your farm, the history of it, and what made you decide to become involved in this industry in particular.
Well, my great grandfather settled in Oxnard in 1880. That's where we're located at. And we have a long history of farmers in the family. And I was just born into the industry and really loved it ever since I was a little kid. So we do farming all over California, vegetables and onions in particular. And then we have processing facilities in Oxnard for onions, and then we have lettuce processing facilities also. We mainly service the food service industry, and that's all also been a problem. But I've been in this business for 40 years, but I grew up on a farm, so literally my whole life has been in the farming business.
So, having been in this business for 40 years, in fact, your entire life, how do you prepare for the unexpected? I know there's many things that you just can't control, especially within farming. You have concerns about the weather, and now you have the pandemic, supply chain issues. All these things are unexpected. So, how do you ride this out? What do you do to be able to handle all these unexpected issues that come up?
Well, it is, it's not a business for the faint at heart, to be honest with you. You have to have a tough skin because we deal with adversity all the time. And it's in our nature to deal with weather and all kinds of issues in farming. And this is just the COVID is another one, and it's lasted a lot longer than anybody expected. And we're adjusting and maneuvering every day to figure out how best to handle a situation. And it's not been easy, but we work really hard at trying to stay ahead of the game.
Now, there's many challenges, as you mentioned, but on the flip side, what is your favorite thing about being on this farm, about being in this industry?
Uh, my favorite part about being in this industry is being a farmer, growing crops, which I don't get to do much anymore because I have good managers in the operations in the field. But started out doing the hard work on the farm and working my way up to this position. But being a farmer is a great way of life, and it's more of a business than a way of life anymore because we have so many challenges to deal with and with every aspect of it.
Where can we get more information about you, your farm, everything you're doing, and more about what we've talked about today?
Well, you can go to our website, gillsonions.com. We have social media, and you can look us up there and look at our history and find out more about us there. And really welcome the opportunity to talk to you today.
Well, thank you so much, Stephen Gill. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you as well. We really appreciate your perspective on this food and beverage supply shortages right now. Wish you all the luck in the world and are grateful that you spent some time with us explaining what you are facing right now and your perspective in this. We'll be back here on Mountain Connections right after this.